Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to ChriswithaC. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today guys, we've got the awesome Arrma Kraton version 2.5. This is my own personal truck, as you all know. I'm always looking at ways of making these vehicles stronger, tougher, faster. Now, in the last video, we upgraded the servo saver. I have got a servo coming for this to make it a little bit faster. But I'm always looking for ways of making the body, the chassis, everything last a bit longer. Now, I've been in contact and talking with Steffan from v2.5 RC. Now, guys, if you don't know v2.5, they were previously called POS. Quite well known in the RC community. They make, as I mentioned, bumpers and skids, mud guards for all your Arrma cars, your Habeos, that sort of thing. They've recently gone through a full rebrand and they're now called v2.5. Now, he sent over some parts for this truck, my SSTE, and also Kraton 6S, which obviously we're going to be fitting to as well. Now, this car, I will say on the 4S vehicles, I do tend to have a few issues with the front of the vehicles, the way they land sometimes. Some of it's me, some of it's the vehicle, but I'm always looking for ways of toughening up the front. So what I'm going to do now is quickly pause the video and I'll show you the parts he sent over to me. But massive shout out to you, obviously, for watching all the videos at the moment. As you know, guys, the Arrma 4S range is definitely one of my favourites, and I'm quite looking forward to making this a bit stronger. Right, pause the video, I'll see you in a sec. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, I have got this quite stout and strong looking front bumper. Now, these essentially are going to give me a lot more protection. I will have to put them together, alright, but this is going to give me a lot more protection what the standard Arrma ones do. And they've also sent me over some of these mud guards, and I'll show you in a second. But yeah, what we'll do is change the camera angles in a second. I'll just quickly go over the parts. But yeah, these are the parts I'm going to be fitting to the vehicle. Again, massive shout out to Steffan for this. I'm going to fit these on, and basically we'll go over the other parts that he sent over to me as well. But I'm going to pause the video now. We'll start cracking the car open. Like I say, I want to kind of work on this, and then we'll go from there. See you in a sec. Right, okay, so what you will need to do here, guys, is also you remove the whole bumper assembly. So you've got 2 screws at the front here, and then you flip the car over. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then basically 2 screws from the front, and that will give you access to your bumper. Whip that off, and then we're going to install the bumper on top. So, time lapse, see you in a sec. Okay, so that's the bumper removed. As you can see, guys, obviously that's going to give you access to this here. So what we'll do now is just quickly open up the pack to see what we're working with. I've kept all the screws in one place, so I'm going to keep those by there just in case I need to reuse any of the screws. All right, just opening this pack up here now. Let me just get something to open it up with. What are we going to use? What are we going to use? A pair of scissors, that'll do. Right. Okay. Now, just going to set the car aside a second, and we'll have a quick look to see how it works. Okay, so this is obviously the part that goes underneath the chassis, like so, as you can see, and that is going to need tightening down, but we could do that, that's not a problem. And then you got your front bumpers, so obviously these are going to go in like that, all right, and then you've got your screws and everything down here as well. So let's just get these out. So I think what we'll do is actually put the front on first, and then work around it. So just setting this aside. This isn't a hard job to do, guys. That's 110%. So we have got, these look like the long screws which go through. Yes, and then you've got your 1, 2, 3. Yeah, your 4 screws underneath then. So, placing it on top, and then obviously, because you're going into plastic, you won't need any Loctite or anything like that. Okay, so that's the one side. I will say the difference is with this as well, guys, it is a really nice molded plastic and it feels super strong. I mean, that's going to take a lot more impact than what the standard one will. So yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. Now, as far as upgrades go with your truck, it's completely down to you, which, you know, obviously how you want to fit there on the vehicle. But I would suggest, by the looks on things here, we are going to need to remove these 2 screws here and 2 screws there to give me access to the back of this bumper. So by the looks on things, they're 2mm. Nope, they're 2.5s. Okay. Make sure you keep all the parts in one place. We have got some washers there as well. Okay, that then goes like so, and I'm also going to remove these screws here. Okay, so there is a washer underneath again. There you go, so put that separate, and that screw there, that goes underneath. Like that, and then obviously all this part comes off. So keep all that together. We obviously know where each part is going to go. As you can see, that's going to slip underneath the anti-roll bar by the looks on things. So that would then sit like so, and then I believe, if I've got this correct, is it going to go? Yeah, it will go like that. Okay, so your anti-roll bar sits on top. Right, okay, give me 2 seconds. Now we're just going to fit this bottom part of the bumper. Obviously make sure that you're keeping your screws in. That's one. Okay. I think what we'll do is, while I'm doing this, so I don't take up too much of your time, is put you on a time lapse in a second, and I'll put all the bumper together, and then we'll start fitting it up to the vehicle. Okay, so looking at this a little bit better than what I was just now. It's actually quite clever, the design of this. So the way he's designed it, by the looks on things, is these screws that he's provided, as you can see where the hinge pin block is, obviously through there you've got these 2 little holes, and that actually goes into your chassis here. So there's one there and one there. So what he's actually done is incorporated it along with the, there you go, there's one screw there and one screw there. So what you do now is just screw these in, and then your bumper will sit over the top, and it uses the whole of this to actually give you support rather than just these 2 little holes here. So screw these in a second. There's one. I don't think this is going anywhere, guys, I'll be honest with you. Right, okay, so that is not going anywhere. That's actually through the chassis of the car. Next, place this on top. Obviously, you've got your standard screws then to go inside, e.g. the ones you just taken off the vehicle. So, what we want is a 2.5 here, like so. Where are we to? This big long screw here. That then goes into your chassis. We want to screw that back down. That's one. And then the smaller screw that we take out at the bottom of the chassis, e.g. this one, okay, that is now going to go in there. Okay, so next part is, now what we want to do is get this all together in one place. So we want to take the screws here and put them through the bottom of the block. Only go so far, because bearing in mind we want to put the nut and the washer on the other side. Okay, so I can feel the tops of these. I just want to go a little bit more. It'll actually give it a completely different look on the front of the vehicle as well. Now that is stout, guys. That's not going anywhere. As you can see, I mean that is going to take some knock in there. Right, okay. Next thing, screws, washers on top. Then your nylock nuts. Now I believe these are around about the same size as a 12mm hex. I'll have to check it in a second. It might be a bit smaller. Let's just get, I'm pretty sure I've got that size screw here. Let's have a look. No. Yeah, okay. So just get, whether it be a little wrench or something like that. Basically, I'm going to use, I think it's a 7mm socket, I believe. Let me just check. Let me just check for you. Seven millimeters. This should fit. Yes, it does. Okay. Flip the car on its side, like so. And then get your, and then tighten it right up. Whoop, hang on, 2 seconds. A bit cack-handed, but yeah, I tell you what we'll do actually is we will use that little wrench underneath. Where's it gone? Where is it gone? Oh, cack-handed. There you go, like that. And then use my driver just to tighten it all up. Right, that's one. Right, support wise, as you can see, it is completely different. So you've got the whole support of the vehicle here. There you go, guys, and that's your bumper. That is going to take a lot more impact than what the previous bumper did. Now, I am going to need to put as well on this side, where we to? Okay, and then tighten this one up. So just your standard Tamiya wrench will actually work. Do apologise, guys. There you go, and that's all the bumper insecure. Hope you can see that. We'll put the body back on and then you'll be able to see it properly. Much more impact resistant than what the standard bumper is. Hugely better. So I'm just going to clear up the table 2 seconds and then we'll put the body back on and I'll show you quickly. Right, okay guys, so just looking at the front of the vehicle, obviously this is the way it looks. As you can see, you've got your screws going in through there. Now guys, this is going to be dramatically stronger compared to the standard one, and I'll show you now. If you compare it, I mean basically what we've got, instead of these 2 little anchor points here, as you can see, which are no longer used, okay, what we've actually got is it going into the bottom of the chassis here, through the 2 hinge pin holders, and then you've got these massive bolts then holding it all in place. So this will actually give you a lot more durability and less chance of your bumper breaking. And then looking from the underneath of the vehicle, as you can see, quite hefty, and a lot more protective for your 4S truck. Big shout out to Steffan for obviously hooking me up with these parts, but yeah, that's actually a hell of a difference right there. So just a side on profile there, like so, and then obviously, as I mentioned earlier, going through your hinge pins, through this big block, and then into the chassis. So much better. That should definitely give you a lot more durability, strength, and just basically, and it doesn't foul look, guys, by the way. All right, there's, well, 2, maybe 2-3 fingers, 2 maybe. Hell of a lot better. Right, let's go back. Right, okay guys, so massive thank you for watching the video today. A short and sweet, quick one. Basically just a bit how to fortify your car a little bit. As I say, massive shout out to v2.5 RC, Steffan, for getting this bumper over to me for the purpose of these videos. I am going to be fitting some parts of the Bayo as well. But yeah, guys, I'll put a link in the description, obviously, where you can buy the parts here in the UK, obviously their website as well. I believe Model Sport, as you can see, Model Sport by here, actually stock their parts. And I will say this does seem like it's going to be a worthwhile upgrade. Numerous times I've had to replace, let's say on my Big Rock, on my Outcast, I've actually changed the bumper over because it's got damaged or some of the screws are ripped out, or basically the design on the Arrma one is okay. It's going to get you going, but if you want toughness, this is going to be the one. And let's be honest about this. I am known for crashing a car or two. Right, okay. Point is upgrades. It's always nice to have an upgrade on something. And for the sake of not a lot of money, I don't believe these are much more than, I think, possibly around the £20 mark here in the UK. It's going to be worthwhile all day long, and it's going to give you some protection. So obviously, if you hit something front on, smack bang on you, that's going to, or even when you're landing, for example, like the car's coming down, obviously what will happen is this will take the brunt of the shock here, and then obviously the suspension will rebound. But instead of this being so close to the vehicle that your shocks are going to take some damage. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you check the box for more videos. Until next time, guys, stay awesome. Catch you later.